Didn't see there. Just in my boudoir, just relaxing, chillaxing, acting all cool, you know.
Hi, I'm Ani.
I'm Victoria.
Hello, I am Gabe.
I'm Zach Kopsiak.
Or maybe Sarah.
I am human being. Circus freak? Circus freak, keep that. Theater maker, liberal artist. Amazing.
You can start by saying, hello, I'm David.
Well, you just said that. That's okay, we've got it covered. Okay, so, like you said, hello, I'm David.
Oh, it's Alice. You should already know that by now. I've touched you enough times.
Psychopomp is
Exciting idea.
the party that happens in your dreams when you're on an LSD trip, manifested on the dance floors of a London nightclub.
So I like it at the very beginning. From the very beginning, I like it.
But it's getting something out of an audience member and getting that feeling and that energy out of someone. They were laughing. I think one girl started to cry, to be honest. But at least it was like creating something. It was a motive, and that is what immersive theatre is, and that's what our performance was. And I think we did what we set out to do, to be honest.
Touch them?
We definitely touched them in all the right and wrong ways.
I think my most vivid memory came up in the scene with the character based on Oedipus when he was trying to shove my hand into a bowl of, I don't know what, like vomit and bones or whatever it was, and really not wanting to have my hand in that. But I was there in that moment. I can be in there now if I think about it. Yeah, that was my most vivid memory of the performance.
My most vivid memory in a show is, again, from the same night, probably the same moment actually, when one of our audience members really opened up about something really quite dark and unpleasant from his own personal past. And I thought that was incredible because I'd not expected anything. I'd expected people to be quite trivial and mundane with the things they were prepared to tell me about themselves. And this guy opened up to me, a complete stranger, in a way that kind of really, really shocked me about how personal he was with what he told me. And that kind of opened up a whole new avenue for where this show could go.
Probably when I first changed my job in UK, because I came here to be an au pair, and after 8 months or so my life kind of very drastically changed, and I came to London and I had no job. I had no prospect for a place to live at, and yeah, I was pretty stuck. I had no money, no place to stay, no work, and probably if not for the people I knew around here, I wouldn't have survived, and I felt pretty stuck. So yeah, that's it.
I think we all had slightly different ideas.
Bright colors, music, dance.
Something to do with like the zombie apocalypse.
Something foggy.
But I wanted to do something that was completely accessible.
We said that we're gonna combine wave, party, and one-on-one theatre.
We talked about making something that was site specific. We talked about the fact that we really all liked going out and the hero's journey. And I knew we really had something that was going to have so many voices in it and was going to be stronger for that.
Yeah, rave.
That's how it started.
Are these questions specifically about my experience in your performance, or is this in life in general?
I figured you were making some kind of a documentary. I mean, we have plenty of students from film school around here, so I wasn't exactly surprised. I was thinking, yeah, that's a good idea.
Panos. I like Panos. So, Panos, a moment where you felt stuck.
Me, during the time with like the whole period of time with Level 5 in this company, I feel like when I'm not doing anything, I feel stuck.
When we realised that it wasn't quite as simple as going into a real space like a club and just playing characters, because there's no fourth wall anymore. You have to decide how much of yourself you're going to put into the characters and how much is in fiction.
When there were communication problems between members of the group.
Oh, hold on, sorry, I think I've misunderstood that question. Does it mean a moment that stuck with us, or does it mean a moment where we were struggling?
I felt pretty stuck when I was spanking someone up the stairs and they turned around and they had a blindfold on and tried to kiss me.
My life, I'm kind of stuck. I don't really know where I'm going. I'm going someplace else. I'm trying to get myself unstuck. Unstuck is good.
I think the hardest one for me was after we'd done our original show, and then we were doing another show the following week at Passing Clouds, and suddenly we had to create a new show in a week.
I think it's absolutely Brixton Jam. We get through a lot of hard work until on that day. I still think like it's a dream that we really did it. Because in every single moment, like sign contract, I still feel like, oh, are we really going to do it? Someone said that, well, we signed the contract already, so we're gonna do it. And then it said that, oh, if you don't get enough advertising, then we won't let you to do the show. Oh, so maybe we're not going to do the show. And then like everyone is angry and then like wanted to give up and stuff like this. So I thought, yeah, maybe we won't do it until 16. It's like, huh? We did it. We really did it. I think that one is the vivid moment.
Shit, like, I can do this. Like, we can do this. Our product, our production was something that could be cool and could make something of itself and make something of us.
When something doesn't go according to plan. In the show, you have an audience member blindfolded and you have made him to wait, and something else goes wrong, and there are a series of things that just, if you think it like that, they go wrong. But at the same time, it's exciting because all of us are joining forces and trying to work around these problems that occur during the show, which you cannot stop and fix it, and you wouldn't be able to think of these things that would happen before you, when you were making the show.
When a girl bit my earlobe.
The day that we decided to stop talking about things and just to make something.
My car accident. Oh, I wasn't driving, I was on my bicycle and some guy decided to make a shortcut through a grass and, well, hit me obviously, and then got out of the car and started yelling at me that I made a dent in his car and I had broken, well, and my collarbone was broken, so yeah, that's pretty big.
Rehearsal process. When people shouted to each other, I think it's the vivid moment. Because, well, to be honest, I worked in my company for 3 years already. Like, I never see people shouted to each other during the rehearsing. But it's quite interesting, like.
Well. Oh, you mean, other than the moments when I didn't want to punch Panos in the face, what are some other vivid moments that I can think of?
That could be enough.
You think so? Okay.
People shouting. Where are you moving the camera?
Nodding.
And the rehearsal process. God, I had a nervous breakdown when we went to Birmingham. We went on a little retreat and I just kind of was in the middle of a very acute manic episode, I think is what it's called.
And we just started dancing. And this was at a time when we'd been like, oh, what we do? And we would put on club music, like 3 songs. Different days people would choose 3 different songs. And I remember the first one, it was in room X, I think, in Central, which is a rubbish room to work in, really, for physical stuff. And we just started dancing around the room and it just felt it recaptured that moment of being in a club, but also it meant that we felt really free with each other and really able to be really open with each other. And that's when I think we sort of became a company.
Right back at the very beginning, and it wasn't really anything to do with the work we were doing. It was when we had our first dance warm up, and everyone just completely kind of let loose and let themselves go for however long it was, 15-20 minutes. And I thought for a group of people that hadn't really worked together before to kind of come together and feel that comfortable and just letting completely loose straight away, I thought really set the tone for how everything was going to be, after how we're going to be open and kind of not smooth necessarily, but how easy to engage with the process was. I think that moment, even though it was nothing to do with the work, set the tone, and that was important.
I just thought once when we were having a warm-up and we were listening to music really loudly and Gabe was hanging out the window and throwing leaflets onto the road, I just thought, like, this at least has some sort of body and some sort of feeling. This group, we work together, and we're not just sort of people who just want to talk about ourselves and how amazing we are at making theatre, that we are creating theatre because we love what we do and we love the people that we do it to.
To answer that question, you've got to understand what art is, and then you've got to understand what significance is. And they're both really, really big topics. You know, I don't know, art is probably the willful arrangement of things in order to provoke a response. And I think significant art is art where that response is edifying. So was it art? Yes, it was a willful construction of elements to provoke a response. And was it edifying? Did you go through it and learn anything? I think it has that potential.
Through the different archetypes that our characters are based off of. And we try to show them something true, either about themselves or about the world. And then really at the end, we always try to give them a message of that the world is theirs if they go and take it, and that there is no other time than the present. We played a lot with past and future, and always coming back to the present as the present being the most important.
That's why it's important to me. I think it's both validating for me as a performer, validating for other people, and cathartic on both sides.
I think this is like life, maybe. Or there's always a lot of things happening in our life. It's like a recognition or a cycle that it always, you start from here, you go somewhere, maybe you come back again, and then you go on another journey. I think this is important as well.
It's the connection that you are having. You are just talking with people, and that's the beauty of it.
We're having fun. We want to make a documentary about present time, about young people working around, probably something like this.
I enjoy it. I'm having lots of fun, and the people who are with me, the audience members, enjoy it totally. They can see them. They are smiling. They're having a great time, and they don't seem that they're thinking of anything else. Maybe they're a little bit restrained, but they're just having fun, and that's really beautiful too. It's like, I feel sometimes that I'm giving a gift to some people, giving them a gift to have fun.
Like 80% of what my piece was about was the spontaneous nature of the conversation, and some of the things I was able to ask the people that I was with, and some of the things they were prepared to say back to me. I realised that it wasn't, maybe only half of it was actually about performance anymore, and the rest of it was a genuine, real, authentic conversation between two strangers.
And I'm not saying saying I'm anyone special. I mean, I've got pink hair, I'm lying in a boudoir, but, you know, at the end of the day, we all just want to make everyone feel a bit better in this world, because we all just live together and we want to make everyone happy.
We're still evolving, I think, as a team and how we produce work, but we've been also told that we're onto something. And I think the arrogance that we project as a group, I think that's part of the character that we've assembled just as a company. The character of our company is this kind of hot shit, very arrogant, we're the hottest bitch on the dance floor kind of vibe. And so I think that kind of plays well into what we're going for, is that we do have this kind of arrogant persona that we project, but at the same time, like, we're still figuring it out, and we just want people to, you know, like our work. We have a little bit of insecurity that we try to get over whenever we are putting something else out there, because it is so personal and so much of ourselves and our life and our efforts. So we're not really arrogant, but we're allowed to pretend we are.
And I don't know, maybe it's true. I would say it's more that we're a confident group.
Oh, on a regular basis, probably after my last boyfriend.
I've never done one.
Maybe about a year ago.
3 weeks ago. Yeah. And I'm clean.
I'm overdue for one of those. Thank you so much for bringing that up.
When was the last time you did exams for sexually transmitted diseases?
1 month ago.
How did they turn out?
All negative. 1 week ago.
Last time I did exams for sexually transmitted diseases was it was the summer of 2008. They were negative. Hopefully they still are. Probably due to go again actually around now.